I wonder if he was looking for a play for 5 yards or a play for 15.
Holding, 78, offense, still second down.
Antone Davis. The Eagles have penalized 8 times. That's to stretch your calf muscles and your Achilles tendon. You don't use that for walking. Mark McMillan maybe he's trying to be taller.
Yeah. Mark McMillan, he had that penalty on him there. That he didn't even go back to the huddle after that play. He just got stretched out.
2nd and 15. Cunningham goes deep. Incomplete. And no flag from anywhere.
Darnell Walker, the defensive back, wanted offensive pass interference on Fred Barnett. We're seeing more and more of this. Barnett down here in the bottom of the screen. Once the ball's in the air, the defensive guy can't hit him, but the offensive guy can't hit him either. And that was just a little inside elbow. Watch it right there. You see him? Fred Barnett gets the inside elbow up over Walker's shoulder. Walker was right on that. But I think a lot of that stuff they have to let go. You get the ball downfield, there's going to be bumping.
3rd and 15. Long count by Cunningham, and the Falcons jumped offside. Chased by Geathers. The officials looked down. One official looked downfield for help, and now he says it's a catch. Free play for Philadelphia. Calvin Williams made the reception.
You know, it's an interesting thing, though, Pat. It was 3rd down. They give Calvin Williams a reception there. They say he was in bounds. That right foot is in. The left foot looks awfully close, but it's not going to be a first down.
Short of a first down by about a yard.
Yeah, so do they turn down the penalty and then have 4th down, or do they take the penalty and then have to make up that yardage again?
I think I take the penalty.
Offside, left side of the defensive line is declined.
I'm wrong.
4th down.
Yeah, because it would have gone back. It would have gone all the way back to the original line of scrimmage.
4th down, they got to go for it now that they took the penalty.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of favor you. But, I mean, they had so far to go for it that that's what they had to do.
And now they take a timeout, maybe to think it over.
I think they're going to have to punt.
Now the Eagles have decided that they're going to punt.
Now, that was an interesting decision. They turned down the penalty, which brought up 4th down. Then they had a punt. But they wanted to keep the 14-yard reception that Calvin Williams had. But again, if it doesn't give you the first down, you're better to go back to the original line of scrimmage, take the 5-yard penalty, and it's still 3rd down.
Herschel Walker's the up back in this punting formation. He has been all day. That's not new. And here's the punt. Burden signals for fair catch. Makes it at about the 13. Don't forget, next week, join Terry, Howie, JB, and Jimmy at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific for the #1 pregame show in America. And Fox NFL Sunday continues with doubleheader action beginning at 1 p.m. Eastern, as most of you will see the Cowboys battle the Eagles. Others will see Washington take on Tampa Bay. And at 4 o'clock Eastern, Shine and I will be in San Francisco as the Falcons face the 49ers in an NFC West matchup. In other games, Giants travel to Cleveland. Green Bay tackles Detroit. Saints play the Rams. Arizona is at Houston. Check your local listings for the games in your area right here on Fox Sports. Atlanta ball, 1st and 10. Their own 12-yard line. George LaFleur. Now he throws out of the pocket. Flag on the play. Right back at the line of scrimmage, a penalty marker.
And Andy Harmon was the guy chasing Jeff George.
That preliminary signal confused me a little bit.
Well, it's roughness. It's a form of unnecessary roughness against the Falcons.
Johnny Greer again.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness, number 34 offense. Chop block. Still first down.
A chop instead of a chip.
Yeah, you can chip if you block them above the waist. A chop is when you block them below the waist. You'll just see him. See if he comes in there and chops him. You see, in fact, it was against Andy Harmon.
Yep. First and 17, that's Craig Hayward, who stumbles out to about the original line of scrimmage, maybe a little bit more.
You know, but I thought you could do that as long as the guy wasn't engaged.
I thought so too.
Yeah. I mean, where another guy was blocking him. I mean, you can come in there and you can chip him. If a guy is being blocked, you can hit him high, but you can't come in and hit him low if he is engaged being blocked by another guy. But Andy Harmon looked like he was just free, and on that, I mean, a guy can come in and cut a defensive lineman.
2nd and 9. This looks like a change of the play as the clock is down to 2 seconds. You got to hurry. Just did get it off. Rising gets it out of bounds, and that's the first down. Good throw by Jeff George.
You see Andre Rison, he didn't look for the ball until right at the end. Again, it is an audible. And he sees man coverage out there, not only man coverage, but tight coverage, and he just throws it up over to the outside. You see Rison beats him right there, then he just looks the ball right into his hands.
First down, Atlanta. Falcons lead 21-14. 5:45 left to play in the third quarter by the time they score. Blitz coming. George got it out of there. Terrence Mathis took a glance upfield before the ball arrived.
That's one thing that George could do. As you said, he can get it out of there. He can get it out of there quickly, and he can get it out of there at different angles. You know, a lot of people have to get back and have to set their feet and have to have everything going in the right way. But Jeff George looks like he can be going any which way. I mean, he can be going right and throwing left, going left and throwing right.
Throwing straight back?
Oh, yeah. Hit his tackle in the head. I mean, he can bring that thing, fling it from any angle.
2nd and 10. Outside the 30, the 31. Stopped by Bert Grossman.
Now, this is what the Eagles are trying to do with with Bert Grossman in there and not having the fridge in there. They're trying to get their faster guys. You know, they got Bert Grossman, a pass rusher from the San Diego Chargers in the offseason. And, you know, he comes in on pass rush situations as a defensive end. And then Greg Townsend moves to defensive tackle. And the Eagles are kind of playing a pass rush or a pass package the whole game on defense.
They're showing a bit of a blitz package now. George read it. Fires complete for Leonard Harris.
Boy, and that's tough. Mark McMillan is right there. Earlier, this is a tough thing. If you watch your corner here, if you hit before the ball gets there, it's interference. And if you hit right at the time the ball gets there, the guy makes a catch. So you think of the tough things in this league, being on an island as a cornerback are one of the toughest things you have to do.
One of the most important things you have to do or have is the ability to forget.
You can't have any kind of memory at all.
George. Mathis. Down by William Thomas. Passing comparisons. Eagle offense, the Falcon offense rather, 4th in the NFL. The Eagle defense 3rd. Atlanta has 288 yards throwing today.
Yeah, because they found a good combination in Terrence Mathis, and they haven't used Andre Rison that much.
The Eagles are crowding that line of scrimmage again.
And Jeff George was pointing out here to Andre Rison. He was talking, and now he's going to come out and talk to him.
And he takes a timeout. 3:27 left, third quarter. Back at Georgia Dome. That's not the dome. That's just the trunk. Full of goodies. Happy holidays. Foot fingers. What's that? Extra sleeves.
Yeah, remember in the old days when they just bring out a water bucket or a hose and stuff? And
Maybe some tape.
Does that one thing have foot fingers?
Yeah. I don't know what I have no idea what that is.
Like a ham hock.
I knew what that was. Here's Jeff George. Risen makes the catch.
Bud Carson mixes up his defenses all the time, and that time that was a zone where Eric Allen, instead of covering against Andre Rison man, he backed up in his zone, and then they brought the Greg Jackson, the strong safety or the free safety over.
Bud Carson's page full of notes is a little wrinkled.
Yeah, Bud Carson says he's been coaching defense or been coaching for 40 years. And he's never seen a better screen pass than the Falcons have.
Third and short. Trips right. George goes left to Rison. At the 35, Eric Allen. Out there on an island by himself.
Yeah, that's a tough one, and it looks like every time Jeff George sees that and sees Eric Allen out there by himself that he's going to go out there. He just looks. You see him come back. When he doesn't turn, when he just comes straight back like that, that means he's going to throw to his left. And he's just going to lay that right up over Eric Allen and right into Andre Rison. Andre Rison tried to break that thing there. Eric Allen tried to go for the ball. But the Falcons started working Terrence Mathis early, and now they look like they're getting Andre Rison into the game.
They have it 1st and 10 at the Eagle 35. George back to throw again. Steps through a tackler, gets the ball upfield to Mathis. They say he caught it. The Eagles say he didn't, and now he's in the end zone.
Well, the officials are pointing down there that he had it, and they're pointing at that point there, so they're going to spot it there. I think he could have thrown that one to Andre Rison, too. I think Andre Rison was free.
Well, he's supposed to be down as a result of contact. If it is a reception, he could have gotten up and run.
If the whistle didn't blow.
If the whistle didn't blow.
You see, Mathis is the inside guy. He's the slot. It looks like right here he could have thrown it to Andre Rison for a touchdown. He threw it short. Mathis catches it there. I don't know that anyone touched him. Maybe he just gave himself up. Or Jackson may have touched him with his foot.
Maybe.
But I bet the whistle blew anyway.
Hayward is the ball carrier on the next play.
And I think there's something to that. You know, when you just stay there, there's a point where you give yourself up and the referees, the officials just blow the whistle. But I think that he had Andre Rison open for a touchdown on
both
that
open. William Fuller is the man down.
They're checking that rib area. I wonder if he got one of those chip blocks by Ironhead Hayward.
Well, I'd say so. He probably did, except Ironhead had the ball.
So then, unless he chipped him before he got the ball. But it could have been a result of a chip on the play before that.
Could have been.
On the one Terrence Mathis caught. Because as you say, here's Ironhead here. He's going to carry the ball this time. And you see it was Ironhead, though, and it was a chip, but Ironhead had the ball. That's exactly what happened. Ironhead was running with the ball, and he sees Fuller coming, and he just put his right shoulder back in and chipped him.
It's a running chip, but you can't do that running chop.
Yeah, well, he did. I mean, they called him for an illegal chop, which was really a good block.
I'll tell you what, that
earlier.
Ironhead, you talked to him, as we mentioned earlier, we talked with him yesterday. Did you ever see a happier looking guy? Happy with himself?
Yeah, I think basically being happy here in Atlanta and being happy with himself. And, and feeling good about himself and feeling good about what he's doing and feeling good about what he's done.
Yeah. He said, I'm a person I once knew long ago. And there's a person that I was that I don't want to be anymore.